Hi guys, you're all welcome to this lesson. So we are going to be learning how to make a beautiful reversible bonnet cap, and this is the fabric you're going to be using for this lesson. For this bonnet cap, you're going to be using 1 yard of Ankara fabric. You can decide to use your satin, you can use any other fabric that you have available, all right? But just make sure the color is bright and beautiful. So now we are folding our fabric into two. Now we are folding it again, okay? That is, we have folded our fabric into four altogether. So sorry about the label, we're going to take it off during the process of making the bonnet cap. So after folding your fabric into four places, the next thing we want to do is measure out the circle which we are going to be using for our bonnet cap. Okay, for the circle which you're going to be using, we are going to be using 13 inches. Okay, for the radius of the circle. So we're going to mark that all around our fabric. Okay, we are marking that 13 inches all around our fabric to make a circle. The next thing we want to do is connect the chalked out lines to form a cone. We're going to connect those lines so we can cut it out. Now we're done cutting and this is what we get. Okay, so please fold your fabric into four and put in the radius of your circle, and this is exactly what you get. Now the next thing we've done is place our circle piece into our lining. Okay, we are going to be lining, like I said before, it's going to be a reversible bonnet cap, so we are going to be lining it, okay, with a satin piece. All right, so you can either wear it on the Ankara side or on the satin side. All right, so we are cutting out our lining piece for our bonnet cap. Sorry, my table is not that big. It's big, but it's not as large as the tall large. I don't like cutting very close to my fabric in case the lining shrinks, 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 shrinks. In case my fabric, the lining fabric shrinks. In case my fabric shrinks. So now guys, we are done cutting out our lining piece. As you can see, our lining piece is a bit rumpled, so we are going to give it a good press so that, yeah, our work can come out better. All right, as you can see, that's the right side and the wrong side. So the right side is going to be facing the right side of the Ankara piece. Okay, so we're just giving our lining piece a good press. All right, always press your fabric whenever you're working in a rumpled fabric. Please give it a press so you can, you know so that you don't encounter some issues while working on your pieces. So guys, the next thing we want to do after ironing out our pieces, we want to pin round our Ankara piece with our satin piece, then head to the machine and sew round. Okay, we want to pin our lining piece to our Ankara piece, then take it to the sewing machine and sew round. Okay, we are going to sew round the two pieces. All right, and we are going to leave a 5 inches opening where we are going to be turning out our bonnet cap, and this is what we get. All right, guys, it's time for us to
draw out the lines where we are going to be passing in our elastic band. Okay, that is going to be like our elastic casing. Okay, we have pressed our pieces. That's why it's looking flat and neat. That opening is still very much there, so we can pass in our elastic band. So we're going to be taking our measurement 1.5 inches. That is what we're going to be putting in our stitch. Okay, our first stitch, 1.5 inches, 1.5 inches round our bonnet circle. You're connecting the lines, joining the lines. The next thing you're going to be doing is you're putting in half-inch casing for our elastic band. Half-inch, that's the half-inch line we just drew now. So we can pass through our elastic band, and we are not going to seal the whole half-inch. You're going to make a space. You're not give a gap where we're going to stop our stitch there for the passing in of our elastic band. That gap is like 5 inches. Okay, now we are connecting our lines. We're connecting our lines, and we're leaving that 5 inches space you're seeing right now for the passing in of our elastic band. We're using half-inch elastic for this process. So we have headed to the machine right now. We are sewing on the first 1.5 inches line we marked out first. We are sewing full. You're not keeping any space for that one. Now the second line, we are going to be running our stitch now. We're going to be running our starting from where that 5 inches mark is. Okay, that 5 inches space we've kept, we are starting right there. So now we are finished, and we are going to be passing in our elastic through that 5 inches mark. So we are passing in our elastic, passing in through that half-inch stitch we made, passing our elastic, and we're gonna secure it down with a stitch. Please give it multiple stitches, please, if possible. You see, I'm sewing on the reverse stitch a couple of times so I can secure it down well. And that's half-inch mark we made. We are going to be sealing it now. That's from that half-inch elastic casing. You're going to be sealing it now. That half-inch elastic casing, the gap we kept, you're going to be sealing it now before we give it the final sealing. Sealing. So now be careful not to climb your elastic, please, with your needle, so you can spread it evenly. You can spread the fabric with the elastic evenly. Now you're going to be giving it the final stitch. Okay, you're going to be giving it the final sealing. You're going to be sealing that opening we kept. Okay, that opening where we passed in our elastic, you're going to be sealing it. So right now we're going to be using either a a needle. We're going to be using our hand needle to seal it. You can either use your hand needle to seal it. You can do an invisible stitch with the hand needle, or you use an hemming gum. This is what it looks like. This is what an hemming gum looks like. Okay, you can either use the hemming gum, or so I'm using the hemming gum right now. The two method is, it will give you a neat finishing. Okay, anyone that is you just love to, anyone that is your preference. Okay, just use it. Me, I'm using an hemming gum to seal it. I'm putting in my hemming gum in that opening right now. I'm putting in my hemming gum in that opening. As the name implies, it's a gum, but you use heat to melt that gum. Okay, and it will hold your fabric. Pressing it just to keep it down before I give it a final press, after which I've poured some water on it. Water tends to lock the gum down. Like with water, the gum won't come up, or you won't end up having an open, that's opening, you won't have it again. But if you iron it without pouring water on it, later when they start washing the scalp, that place might open. So that water tends to give it that final lock. Like it won't come up, it won't come open. Okay, it won't open. So don't always use water with your hemming gum. Always use water with your hemming gum. All right. So we are finished gumming our opening. You're finished. You're like 95% done with our cap. Right now it's just for us to iron it out, make it, prep it for the market. Okay, ready to hit the market, ready to be sold out. Always give your anything you're making for sale a good iron. All right, a good press. We're pressing our bonnet cap so we can pack it and send it to the market. All right. So I made, as you can see, other prints and color. Then they look beautiful. You can do same. Okay, this thing is not hard.
All right, guys, this is what our bonnet cap looks like. As you can see, it's a very easy peasy process. You can start making it like right now and start selling and cashing out. Okay, so this bonnet is a two-way, like I forgot to mention. Because of the satin, you can wear it anyhow you want it, anywhere, anyhow you want it. Okay, you can decide to wear the ankara or the satin. People love to wear things in different and multiple ways. Okay, so start making it, keep practicing, because practice makes perfect, and start cashing out. Okay, thank you very much for watching this video up to this point, and see you in my next lesson. Bye.